Hello and a hearty welcome to the GrapCoin YouTube page. This video will have another dot chart update. While it appears like we are in the middle of a rally, it seems to be a corrective rally. This suggests that since Saturday, April 13th, the most recent low price movement has been highly erratic and overlapping. It emphasizes the need of exercising caution, even if it may not always portend disaster. It also makes it more challenging, albeit still feasible, to determine for sure whether the lowest point has been reached. As is commonly known, when there are just three waves, smaller waves might develop. Wave 1 was so often used to describe the initial wave, which peaked in the middle of March. Having completed the first 5 advanced steps, we looked for this. A cue to reverse direction. But first, let's examine the $478.60 which is the bottom of the important support zone. This bottom boundary line should be maintained as much as possible, failing which it could be deemed void. From my vantage point, the invalidation point is $360, $1 below the October 2023 low of $355. Although there is a gap between the invalidation point and support, it is not as great as support. Though the market is usually bullish, I think this is a 1-2 setup because of the growing possibility of invalidation. But let me stress that at this point we are unable to rule out another low. It is doubtful that the market would touch the trend reversal zone and the yellow support zone. In this sense, waves 2 and 3 ought to stop here. According to forecasts, a local slump will start to retrace while an upswing will form in this price range. Still, it is likely that we will investigate the subsequent support levels, which might start at 460 or 560. Failure has started if anything less than 460, hence that is basically the plan. 5 price increases later shows the prevailing trend. After 5 waves, there usually is a 3-wave counter-trend movement, and the present 3-wave pullback is expected to produce a higher low. 3 waves have fallen, and I have made one modification to. It turned out that the chart was a WXY structure, not an ABC structure as first thought. That was before. The sole variation could be that the 4th wave is a little bigger because we might be in a C wave with a diagonal ending right now. A descending expanding wedge or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 appears to be our course. My analysis is based on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 time intervals, hence the trend line and the $820 price should be watched. Maybe the rise is in its 4th phase right now. We are not yet able to confirm it, but I added the yellow count a few days ago to imply that we might have peaked. It is merely a reasonable assumption, but bottoming is not totally ruled out. This does seem a little big for a wave 4, but that's not rare. But it looks quite reasonable when ended diagonally. Once these 5 upward waves are finished, I can confirm that wave 2 down has concluded, but as the operation is procedural, this typically takes time. It lists the requirements that have to be fulfilled to get the yellow total. By April 13th at the latest, I want the 3rd wave to reach 854. Subsequently, there have to be 5 surges totaling $9. If we don't get there, the price can easily crash as long as there are only 3 waves rising. On the list of micro obstacles, $785 comes next, or 100% of the market. As correction rallies often aim for the 100% extension level, it is a good place to start a C wave inside an ABC correction. The C wave might, for instance, peak at 785 during wave 4 and then fall. Wave 5 will most certainly descend, most likely to $565 or $460 if prices drop below the $628 wave 2 low, which acts as the invalidation point for the yellow count. Those are the basic phases. Though I'm not overly worried, there's always a chance it will drop back down. Many people would be terrified if it happened, I can assure you of that. Is sure to scare a lot of people, as is usual during corrections, particularly in wave 2. This is hardly unexpected because, as is well known, corrections may be frightening. Just to be clear, wave 2s are scary if they have. That much is clear. All I was trying to say was that it makes perfect sense that they worry people. If you like the update, then subscribe, like, and comment. For my sweetheart.